most restaurants have outdoor seating, and they actually have water misters lined up on the ceiling to help keep patrons cool. Oh, I would love that so much. I would genuinely love that so much. Even in the winter here, I'd love that, honestly. Even in the winter here when it's freezing, I would love that. God damn. Right, game. I don't know how long we're going to be streaming because I am knackered. Again, as per, I am knackered. And this is the game that requires a lot of talking. Because I have to read everything out, which usually screws my voice over. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll manage a couple hours, hopefully. Hopefully, can manage a couple hours at least. I will say, we didn't leave this in a good spot. We didn't leave this in a good spot. Where's my... Why do I need to scroll? Can I just... Since when did I have to do this? Just... We lost one of our scouts right at the end of last stream on this, and we lost all of our resources, so we're having a struggle. I would also say, if anyone hears any crackles in the audio... Speaking of, let me turn the game down a touch because it was a bit loud.
I can take a joke if it's a joke that's funny. You're not that funny.
Rude. Hi Donna, how you doing? That's the first. You're also the first person to use that sound alert. I was playing random songs at work one of the other nights, just random playlists put on to try and find some more songs put on the stream playlist, and that song came up, and I was like, I like that line. That line could be a sound alert. Instantly got home and ripped it before I even went to bed. Freaking 8 a.m. Not having slept. Got home and had to cut that bit of the song out so I could have a sound alert. But yeah, we left this... Where did we get... What were we doing? I can't remember what we sent people out to do, but we sent people out to do something. And... Was it a bear? I'll say it was a bear appeared and murdered one of our scouts because I mistimed the shots that I was trying to make. Apparently the distance and the type of gun that you chose to use makes a difference. I don't fucking know this. So we missed the fucking bear, and the bear ate one of our scouts. And people are freezing, we've got no fuel, we've got no food. It's not going well. It is not going well. I'm not foreseeing us surviving this all the way till the thingy, but we're only doing one playthrough regardless for stream. But I may replay this, it's been fun so far. We had a sound redeem of Jeremy Clarkson screaming, "Some poos come out?" I don't know that. If you could find it and send me it in on Discord or something, I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Because you do come in and fart every time you come in. I will consider it because it would actually get used. But yeah, if you've got a link to that, send me it and I'll have a listen. So Quilsey returns from hunting with one set of penguins. I'm hoping they're the penguins because there's two types of penguins. I can't remember which one it is. They might be the little penguins. So let me tap back in. Oh, that's what I was saying. If you hear any crackles in the audio, let me know because my headset's dying and some of my things capture sound from the headset output. I don't think it's any of the consistent noises. I'm pretty sure game sound is just from the game. I can't be asked to go check. My headset's dying. I've got a new headset coming tomorrow, but if you hear me randomly shriek in pain, it's because my headset just exploded in my ear because it did it on Wednesday. Very loud, constant, white noise crackle for 5 seconds straight, blasting in my ear. Was not fun. Yeah, new headsets hopefully coming tomorrow. Although it's coming through Royal Mail and it requires signature, which means I need to get back from work at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning and not go to bed because I need to wait for the fucking Royal Mail delivery. And it's Royal Mail. They won't tell me what time they're delivering until about 20 minutes before. Not looking forward to that. I'm going to be answering the door. Full-on zombie. Grunting at them going, give me the fucking parcel. Did the cats eat the headphone cable again? I wish. I genuinely don't know. But to be fair, I have had this headset for 3 years. I've got my use out of it. It's not like it was a new set that randomly died. It's the same headset I've had for three and a half years. So I'm not mad at it. And I also didn't buy them. Tom did. So I'm not as bothered. Whereas the headset coming tomorrow is slightly more expensive because I wanted a decent headset. And I'm having to pay for it. So they better be good. Although it's also the first wireless headset I've had. So yeah. I'm hoping I have no issues with the wireless element, because I don't really want the cable constantly getting stuck everywhere. Or the risk of the cat eating the cable. Hi Kylan, how you doing? Well, come on in. So we got Quilsy's returned with 1 lot of penguins, Yorick returned with 1 lot of penguins. Doesn't say it on here, but we lost the 3rd. I'm pretty sure they're 2 of the scouts, and then there's a 3rd scout that died. The dog's arrested, another week on the ice ship. Wait, the ship shan't hold much longer? Is this before she died? Can we redo it? Did it not save? Because the ship's gone. Is that just reminding me what happened? Fuck, it's just reminding me what happened. That's week 6. God damn it, I didn't scroll. Who died? Do we know who died? Wait, are we on week 11? So have we got all this food? Because 5 Emperor Penguins, 3 Adderley Penguins. That's useful. Who was it that died? Apparently, we just didn't log who died. Because I'm pretty sure it was either the last week or the week before. Ah! It's only been a week and I've already forgotten how this game works, honestly. Dying, but I'll live. I hope it passes. Whatever it is, I hope it passes quick. But same. We all know the feeling here. It's also that time of year. Seasons change, everything gets worse. Why did my door just knock? It is 6 PM. Who the fuck just knocked my door? Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's not... I'm pretty sure it's not my headset. No, so I'm not going to go get it. It's not. I'm not getting up to go get it. Oh, Royal Mail. They delivered some of my Amazon parcels. They would knock once on my door, and in the 15 seconds it takes me to go down the stairs and open the door, I'd be driving off into the sunset with my package, leaving a note saying they will attempt again tomorrow to repeat the same thing. Yeah, this is why I hate any time. Like, I bought a few things, mostly Pokemon cards, through Vinted, and their default delivery option is Royal Mail. But they will often have the option for like Every or Yodel or something. And as shit as Every and Yodel are, they will at least leave things at the door. Royal Mail refuses. Even if it doesn't require a signature, they refuse to leave it at the fucking door. And they always do that same thing. There's literally been days where they've not even knocked. Like, I've been up, I've been sat here with no headset on, waiting for the delivery. There's been no knock, and then I've gone to the toilet, and as I'll go to the toilet, which is past the front door, like, oh, there's a "sorry, we missed you" card hanging out the fucking letterbox. Like, sorry? Miss me when? Because you did not deliver. Got a pirate chest key with suspicious flower vase and some jars with mysterious herbs in. Sorry? Sorry? Another reason this stream will be short is the crackle in my ears from the headset is almost constant. It's certain noises coming through the headset my headset has decided it hates. Like, I was sat playing Clair Obscur last night whilst watching Orphan Black and didn't get a single crackle. But then I switched to DBD for a couple of matches before work and I got a crap ton of crackles. And I'm getting a crap ton off this game as well. There's a certain... something going through this is fucking my headset. I don't know whether it's like a certain tone or something that it's not processing or whatever. I don't fucking know. I've tried everything I can think of to fix it. Hence, I've just ordered a replacement because it was easier. Because I gave up. It's bloody annoying. So that's another reason this might be a slightly shorter stream. Because I can't be dealing with this crackle in my ear. Seen them go up, take a picture and leave for a neighbour. Had to knock on her door and let her know she had gotten the delivery. Fuck's sake. The best one I've had wasn't Royal Mail. Well, the best one recently. It was actually Amazon itself. One of their own deliveries. And it was only my blue light glasses for when I'm sat at the computer, because when I've not slept well, my eyes are very quick to burn. Very quick to burn when I'm sat at the computer. So I got some new blue light glasses because my old ones I'd had for a while, and the stuff they put on the lenses to make it block blue light doesn't last forever. It fades. So I needed new ones because they weren't doing the job. So I ordered some. They didn't turn up on the day. Day after, I checked my Amazon order, because I'm like, maybe it was, I generally, whatever day they say they'll deliver, I'll wait until the day after before I even bother to check, because, you know, delays happen. Checked it the day after on my Amazon account, and there was a picture of it being delivered. They took a picture of the parcel where they'd left it. Could I tell you where that was? No. It was not anywhere near my flat. Like, it wasn't outside the door, it wasn't a nearby flat, it wasn't on this street, because I walked up and down trying to find the path with it had a specific bush next to it that had, like, weird leaves of multicolours. I'm walking up and down the frickin' street trying to find that bush with the path right next to it where they might have dropped it to see if someone picked it up nearby. Could not find it. So I had to wait another day before Amazon would fucking refund me for a missed delivery. Or for a failed delivery, whatever the fuck term I put it under. Thankfully, it was automated and they didn't even, like, ask for any evidence that I didn't receive anything. Like, not that I'd be able to, because how? It was literally an automated, "What's your issue?" "Item wasn't delivered." "Have you checked around?" "Yes." "Sorry, we'll send you a refund." To be fair to them, it was nice and easy to get the refund and I just reordered it and got it the next day. But the best thing then being, I got the refund, I rebought the glasses, they turned up the next day, and then the day after, somebody delivered the original delivery to me. Whoever was nearby had obviously picked it up and hadn't had time to come round to pass it on. So I've now got 2 sets of glasses. I only paid for the one though, so it's fine. Something I realise is that the mystery herbs that makes me concerningly submissive, even more than usual. No comment. Just no comment. Right, game. I was already late starting and we're now half an hour in and I've done nothing. Jesus. The leopard seal attack, that was it. So Captain Short, personal log. A new camp has been erected on the ice floe. The prospect of land is still far off from here. The crew were ambushed by a leopard seal while moving camp. I have to click off the box to get it to carry on. Flick was killed. It was Flick, the scout that we had that was killed. Ripped apart by the creature. With more preparedness, with more action in the moment, this tragedy could have been prevented. The crew did all they were able. The fault here lies with the captain alone. Tracks were found in the snow, a frozen coat. Proof that if nothing else, Hunt and his group were able to survive beyond the boiler incident aboard the Temperance. Rufus Hunt further proves himself to be a man of many surprises. To have made it as far as he had, it almost fills the crew with hope in regards to their own chances. If Hunt and his band of deserters are able to carry on against the elements, then that should be the truth for the rest of the crew in turn. We'll leave it there. What the fuck is this? Is this because of the... Oh, it is. It's because of the death, because it's... Kurt leads the 3 scouts. They're the 2 scouts and there's Kurt. So third one died. So we have conversations with them. Jesus. When I ordered legal loophole HRT from Hong Kong, that sent estrogen all labelled in angry German, was delivered by Royal Mail. They kept doing that knock once drive off thing for like 3 days and I had to go to their warehouse soon to pick up the package. Live in a place that looks like the village from the movie Hot Foot. Fuck me, really? And I had to climb a mountain to get there. Jesus. Jesus. Yeah, I've had a few packages that they just refuse to knock the door, pretend that they've tried to deliver, and they literally just post the frickin' card thing through the door and then run off. And then they deliver the third one, like, oh, you'll have to pick it up from the warehouse or pay for redelivery. Look, I'm not paying for redelivery for you to fail to deliver it again. Do you think I'm stupid? But then the nearest warehouse is fucking miles away. Because I also live in the middle of nowhere. Not up a mountain, mind. Jesus Christ. Flick, that young woman was always pushing herself forward. She never settled for anything less than perfection until she got eaten by a frickin' seal. I thought it was a bear. My brain remembered it as being a bear. A seal is slightly more concerning, honestly. This was dangerous work. She knew as much, but she jumped at the chance to come here. I let her down, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm the one that failed to shoot the seal, so technically I let her down? Flick, you deserve much more from the world than you were given. I'm sorry I proved such a nuisance. Perhaps we'll be reunited someday. Bitch, don't be frickin' thinking about death already. Christ. Although, the lack of food and everything. Oh yeah, I usually hide my PNG for this, don't I? So I'm not blocking things. Hold on, there we go. Yeah, the lack of food and fuel is a concern. Although we should have food to put in from the hunting. Flick is gone. She was the hardest worker among us. We'll feel her loss. I already do. Yeah, there's a reason that Flick was the one that died, because they were the one that I knew would get the job done that I sent them for, but then the seal attacked. So, you know. Think about it. Cannibalism is an infinite food glitch. I mean, it's not infinite. There's only so many people. And there's only 15 of us. There's only 15 of us. Wait, is it fit? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 24 of us, only 15 can be used to send out. What? Why have we got freaking 9 people who I can't tell to do things? And how have I lost 5? Flick is 1, Captain was another. Were there 3 people that abandoned with the Captain? There might have been. Excuse me. People can make more people. Yeah, but to make more people, that takes 9 months. You can't stretch one body out for 9 months for cannibalism. Like, I would run out of people long before a baby was born, and then that baby's of no use to me. It ain't doing nothing for 18 years, you know. That beast was quite the specimen. A terrible shame what happened. Also, anyone that's in George's group, or was in George's stream on Monday, is he away or something? Because he hasn't been on since Monday and I missed that stream. And he hasn't been on since. Like, is he away? Is he just busy? Is he streaming today? So I was going to raid him on Wednesday and then he never went live. I'm like, oh, okay. You'd think he'd post in the Discord chat with his mods to let them know when things are, you know, not happening or whatever, but no. I wonder if we'll encounter another of its kind. I don't want to encounter another of its kind. Yeah, I don't really have anything for furnace. That would give me 10. That'll give me 30. Do you know what? I need the fuel. We'll keep 1 flare just in case for now. But I need the fuel. Wait, we have timber. Fuck you. Give me that back. I forgot I still had the timber. Because I also need to heat those 3 up so that they're not frozen. Raise the heat. Thank you. Oh, and I have to use both of them, don't I, to get all 3, because we have a thing where if we... One engineer in doing this unfreezes 1 person, but I have a thing where everyone unfreezes an extra. So I need to use both to get all 3. There we go. Annoyingly, I'm pretty sure every time we send anybody out to look for food, they're going to come back frozen. Because that's why those 3 were frozen. They were the ones that went looking for food. Speaking of, food, please. Shit me, we do not get a lot of food out of this. All the fucking penguins. Damn. I have to eat the penguins. I have no other food. That's the only thing I was able to hunt. Captain, yesterday. Not easy to think about, is it? I mean... She's dead, get over it. Sorry, I'm sorry, but we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. Struggling to survive. We can't really dwell on this shit. Ernest looks like Squidward's house. What? Oh my god, it does! I love how you noticed that on stream, which is a smaller screen thing, and I didn't notice it when I've got it on my entire monitor. Can Squidward come out so I can eat them? Whose legs are we eating today? I mean, we could have had some legs to eat if the seal hadn't stolen the frickin' scout that it killed to eat. Hi Vec, how you doing? Couldn't sleep. Is there another leopard seal out there? Probably. But it's fine. Next time one turns up, I know to use the fucking pistol, not the rifle, because apparently the rifle didn't do the job. Was it a pistol? Might have been no, shotgun. We had a shotgun. We had a shotgun or a rifle. I chose the rifle because I wanted to shoot it before it got close. And apparently the inaccuracy of the rifle meant we couldn't shoot it. Pokemon Crystal Clear Nuzlocke is hard. I don't think I've seen Crystal Clear. What's different about it? Hi Trey, how you doing? The dogs have been on edge since that creature attacked. They prefer to be the hunters on the ice. Let us hope we never see a repeat of this situation. We probably will this same week. Ugh. What do you want? Captain, it may be difficult to compose thoughts at the moment, but I think it's best we try to put that grisly business behind us. This territory of ice we find ourselves on, it would seem we have our pick of the litter. This ice is teeming with life, life that has never encountered our like in the past. We'll be able to hunt to our heart's content. Until we come across another leopard seal, we should be cautious. Indeed. We will not be able to stay here forever. Kurt has been rather quiet since the incident, but my team were able to chart out the coming dangers regardless. The ice is not stable. Put simply, we have the dead ice encroaching behind us, and the risk of a pressure ridge bubbling up and forming ahead of us. We cannot stay for long lest we find ourselves trapped here. Still, that is a worry for another time. For now, our main concern is the crew. They are shaken from the attack. Of course, but that is not what I meant. Your time as captain of this expedition has surpassed that of Captain Hunt. But that's not the case in the eyes of all. I couldn't give a fuck whether they still want Captain Hunt to be captain. He ain't here. I am. Deal with it. It's an open world crystal version that tackle gyms in any order. Hold the fuck up. Give me a second. Sorry, it mutes when I tab out. Pokemon Crystal Clear. There it is. Crystal Clear. Have a look. Open world, Pokemon Stadium 2 compatibility. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to give a shit about that. Start in any town from Johto or Kanto. Select from 24 starters. Character customization, Pokemon palette customization. Scaling gyms and trainers. Pokemon follower, gym re-challenges. Map changes with area expansions and new areas. New move tutors. Chaining and footprint system. To help get the perfect Pokemon and hidden powers. Improved Pokedex interface. Buy a residence in any town. I'm going to move into Lavender Town. Loads of other improvements. Not going to lie. That's definitely going to be the next one I play. Not for a hot minute, because I need to finish Clair Obscure first, and I'm nowhere near the end, I don't think. But I'll be playing that. What's the story in this game? It looks interesting. So it started off as we were hired to be the first mate on a expedition to look for a previous research expedition that went missing. So a previous research expedition went to wherever the fuck this icy area is. I assume one of the poles. Antarctica, maybe. I don't fucking know. They were researching something and they went missing, and there was no news as to what happened to them until somebody turned up who was supposedly a survivor, died later on from health issues, but they'd hinted at where the ship went down, so we're going out to look for it. We were hired as her first mate out of nowhere. Everyone's talking about the captain of the ship like he's really good at his job and such like, but I'm already iffy because I'm like, why would you, if you have a crew, most of the people on this crew had worked with him before, would you not pick your first mate from them and then hire extras to fill in the lower ranks, not first mate? You know? But we got hired as first mate. We went out. We find out that it's being funded by someone secretive. Then we still don't know who was funding the expedition. All we know is that this guy here was the connection to the person who's funding it. So essentially, he's in charge, not the captain. The captain ended up getting drunk, having a breakdown about the fact that it wasn't really his ship, it was Templeton's and whoever's funding it. And then the morning after, he's gone missing with a couple of the crew and a lifeboat. So we end up taking over. But then, I want to say it's literally the next freaking, a week rather, it goes in weeks on this, not days, but the next turn, the next week, the boiler explodes, the ship gets stuck in the ice, the ship then starts to sink into the ice because of a hole in the underside of it. So we have to gather as many materials as we can as quick as we can, get off the ship, and make camp, and then we have to send scouts out to look for food, hunt for food. We have to keep this food, the fuel and everything stocked up. We're either, I want to say we have a choice of either just waiting for someone to come rescue us, or carrying on to find the previous expedition that we were looking for. Not 100% sure yet. Well, basically it's just survive as long as you can in this shitty situation and hope that we get saved. Or something else happens, you know. So far it's been pretty good, and it plays very fucking well. Like, the way it does things is done very well. But statuses are a little bit much. For example, I'm pretty sure last week, those 3 that were frozen, that was only about a third of the ones that were frozen. Everybody I sent out to look for food or anything came back frozen. And I'm pretty sure it's if you don't heat them up enough to get them back from frozen, the next week they're frostbitten and you have to keep them in the hospital and they can't be used. And if you don't get them healed up fast enough, they die. There's also like demoralization that we've had. If you're having to use food that's a little bit out of date, it causes malnutrition, which then causes scurvy. Ugh. I've had a lot of status issues on this game so far. What if they just rip the mast and sails off the ship and stick that on an iceberg and sail the iceberg home? Honestly, there's already been a few things that have happened in this, so I'm like, why didn't you just do this? Such as, why didn't you just rip the living shit out of the boat to get a build-up of wood that you can use for heat? We got a little bit, but we didn't get much. Like, why was I limited to only pulling planks up in a certain part of the ship? Why could I not just take the whole thing apart before it sunk? Would that not have been smart, you know? Take the Stoke brothers, for example. They voted against you. They still speak of Hunt as the captain and refuse that moniker on you. Every song the Elder One plays on his accordion, they're traditional songs of the Sea Folk. His loyalty to Hunt is clear as day. I would be careful around those two. All that's needed is one insubordinate with enough pull to lead the crew astray. Sure, duly noted, I will be careful. You also have to try and keep loyalty with the crew, to keep them on side. So I'm guessing mutinies are a potential issue as well. Simply stating what we should look out for. Regardless, we have some requests to deal with. They're waiting outside. Pretty sure you can find a Greggs on the North Pole. It might count as demoralising food, but it's edible. First off, don't besmirch the name of Greggs. Greggs is amazing. Second off, I honestly would not be fucking surprised. Greggs is everywhere. It's like McDonald's. Doesn't matter where you are, you'll find one. Captain Shaw, this area is teeming with life. Yeah, we know, it killed one of our fucking crew. Naive life at that. These creatures have never seen humans before. They don't even know to run. This is also set, like, way in the past. Like, wooden ships, obviously. So, most of these animals genuinely will not have seen humans before. Some will even approach out of curiosity. In my opinion, we should be engaging in hunts as often as possible while we can. That sentence is so basic, my brain is not registering it. I just read it back, I'm like, no, that sentence is fine. Why am I struggling with this sentence? Because my brain is not awake. Agreed, thank you, Cordell. And Mr. Gloss. Captain, I have this bottle of wine in my personal stores. Of all the things that you saved off the fucking ship, you made sure that you didn't lose your precious bottle of wine. Fuck me. My wife and I planned to enjoy it on our trip home, but it seems that much further out... Brain. Reading is a struggle. But it seems that's much further out than we first believed. So we thought, why not share it with the crew? Ring in the new camp proper. Sure, why not? Fuck it. An excellent idea, thank you. Agreed, a little drink will help raise spirits. Pardon the pun. Oh, you also have to keep your decorum, your morale, high, otherwise shit happens. Do I want to call them for dinner? Probably don't. Wait, do I have any fish? No. Let's send some people out before, or at least plan some people to send out before. I forgot this is a bit iffy. Before we sit and eat. Right. Oh, I can hunt the emperor penguins. We've got enough research on them. Cannot hunt the elephant seals. Sure. Do I just want to... I'm sure I just heard Tom come in and then he's not there. Hold on a second. I did indeed. He's come in, thrown some things in the cupboard, and then buggered straight back out again. Oh, hello, Willow. Just turn around and there's a cat there. Fuck me. Still true to this day, that's why polar bears are the most dangerous. Like a grizzly bear without the human-caused trauma, so it's unstoppable. Just like how, if I didn't have collected mental health illnesses like Pokemon, I would have been the next Genghis Khan. I mean... I doubt it, but fair point. We'll send our scout. You know what? Let's send out anyone. Hold on. Loyal to Junior. Loyal to Grimly. Sorry. Who the fuck are Grim... Hang on. Grimly and Junior. Which one's a Grimly and Junior? They're loyal to Kurt. That makes sense. That's the, loyal to Hammond. Loyal to Templeton. Oh. So they don't like me. That's fair. He really doesn't like me. So, Grimly Stokes. So that's the Grimly that some people are doodad to. They're loyal to Hammond. They are Hammond. Clive Hammond. Loyal to Hammond. So he's a selfish twat, okay. There's Junior. So they're the three that are essentially loyal to me. Okay. Fucking... Again, loyal to himself. Loyal to themselves. So we've got Kurt and we've got Templeton on side. And Kasha. That is it. We've got 3 people that are loyal to me. Shit me. Okay, we'll send 1 scout and we'll send a couple of... We'll send you and your son. And we'll send the old man. Hello. What do you want? Do you want to go back out? Hi. Hello. Sorry, my cat genuinely, she'll come up to you, she'll put her hand on your leg, and she'll go, hello. She genuinely says hello in a meow. Yes, the cat just essentially barked at me. I think she wants to go out. Give me a sec. God's sake. Fuck's sake, you let her out and then the other cat comes in. And I guarantee he'll want to go back out in a minute because the sun's out. Just heard Jeremy Clarkson screaming, Hammond. Christ. They've gone to hunt. Okay. And we still have one scout, so I can send a scout out to search nearby. Nice, and that's another place we can hunt. And it's closer, so potentially these ones won't come back frozen. And that is all we can do, I'm pretty sure, so... The other 4 people get to have a day off. The crew have their meal. Dinner is shared and stories are traded. Sure. Evening, Captain. There was a song that found itself stuck in my head earlier. Was it... Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Because that is the worst one you could possibly have in this situation. The dogs were pleased when I began humming it. I fear I may have to make it a habit. An aspiring singer, are you? Certainly not, but that did improve loyalty. Do not hold any presumptions on my ability to hold a tune. Same, don't worry about it. Sure. Oh look, it's the miserable fuck that hates me. Heard the photographer call my songs poetry earlier. Never thought about being a poet, I can't even write. Writing isn't a requirement, poetry is oral too. Yay, there we go. They might as well sing at that point. Are poets just lazy musicians? Honestly? Yeah. Can I be the femboy the crew brings along on the ship as a stress-relieving toy for the sailors? I wish I had a femboy stress toy, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, but that has to be quoted. Like if we're talking about out of context quotes. You're now on the list. But although same, to be fair. Sure, it's been quite some time since we met. When I first met you at the docks. What? You said it. I knew you were suited for the role. Are your thoughts different now? It remains to be seen, does it not? I can say I did not see this turn of events ahead of us. I can safely say that nobody saw this turn of events ahead of us, otherwise we would have planned more accordingly. Of how Burnt laughs like an evil witch from an old Disney movie. Fuck off. I mean, to be fair, if I was going to be someone from a Disney film, it would probably be the evil witch from Snow White. I'm not gonna lie. Particularly if we go into more depth and go for, like, if you've seen Once Upon a Time, the TV show. The evil witch in that. More that than the animated film. Now I'm getting in a mood I should not be at this time of day. Cold shower. Cold shower. Oh, what do you want? Hi. Do you want to go back out? Oh, for fuck's sake, give me a second. Cats, I swear. Go on then. No. No, out. Out. Not allowed. Jesus Christ. So she came in when Tom came in. And then she wanted to go back out after she'd had a little bit of food. Bearing in mind that we don't have the ability to have a cat flap. Because, you know, we don't own the building and we're not, and the owners won't let us do it. So she came in with Tom, wanted to go back out. When she went out, Flit came in. Flit had a bit of food. Flit wants to go back out. Open the door to let him out. Willow comes running back in. But no. Get the fuck out. You're not coming in and out every 5 minutes, so they're both out now. Forcefully. Like, no, go and enjoy the sun, because you'll only be a stroppy bitch later if you don't. Lost in thought, our encounter with the wildlife has left me rather perturbed. We can only be thankful it didn't cause more bloodshed than it did. Indeed. Oh, you were talking to somebody else, not me. Sure. Hello, Junior. Overheard some crew talking about how they missed proper food back on land. Ungrateful bastard should have smacked them. Oh yeah, they're the cook. Can't blame them though, we've been out here quite a while. Complaints are ridiculous, there's nothing wrong with your food. Hey, we got his loyalty. Purely by saying his food's good. I know that, as do they, I bet. Still, they missed something, that's fair. For me, it's the sea I miss. Well, technically you're on the sea, it's just fucking frozen. Hold on a second, let me get Discord up on my phone so I can keep an eye on things, because I haven't got a tab out all the time. Didn't need pet doors. My dog's figured out how door handles worked. If my cats ever figure out how to open a door, I will rehome them. Particularly Willow, because I know full well she will open the bedroom door to come in and shriek at us at 5 AM when she wants to go out for a fucking wee, because they've both decided they don't like the litter tray anymore. Which is fine for us, it means we don't have to clean out the litter tray, but it's also annoying when we have to let them out. If they learn how to get through the door to come and annoy us, nah, not having that. I'd literally just be like, stick her in a carrier, walk up to Tom's mom's and go, oh, you've got like 4 cats already, would you like another one? Because she probably would. You should see my side Twitter. I follow a lot of not safe for work artists. I can imagine. I'm surprised that follow lists aren't secret at this point, considering they made likes secret. Which was 100% only to protect people that were liking dodgy shit. Such as Elon Musk. Just picturing the cats standing on each other's backs to make a tower to get the door handle. Thankfully that would never happen because Flit would not help her. He'd be sat behind her watching her fail. Kind of like me, to be honest. You look a bit shaken, Chief. Worried about another attack from some beastie? I'm more worried about one of them getting onto this boiler. If it's wrecked, we're done for. Think we should have an overnight watch then? I'll handle that. Of course you will. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad shout to have. Somebody that we can assign to keep an eye on things. Take a shift through the night. Rather than it always being the same person who apparently doesn't sleep, seeing as that's not helpful. Made an official fart comic of Harley Quinn and I can't even... Sorry, official? Jesus. Speaking of arts, wait until I have some free time so I can draw Burnt as hulky, shirtless Napoleon. Hunky, sorry, not hulky. Same difference. Why shirtless Napoleon of all things? It was even sold. Of course it was. There is a market for everything. There is somebody that will buy everything and anything. There were literally people who were buying like jars of farts. Like, you do realise there's no actual fart in that jar. It will have already escaped before the lid was put on. Well, people were buying it. It was literally just a jar of air. Timmy, don't be wandering off. I'm fine, Dar. I forgot they say Dar. Stick close to me, don't know what's out there. I said I'm fine. So the child's getting an attitude? That was definitely Joe's coat we found, wasn't it? Wait, who's Joe? You think they're all still out there? Was Joe one of the ones that ran off with the... Oh, it was the coat that we found in the ice, okay. Wouldn't be surprised, Hunt's tough for an old man. We don't know how long that jacket was there, don't get your hopes up. Captain, tell them not to get carried away. We've survived for this long, why couldn't they? Fuck off with your minus loyalty for that. I love that. Minus loyalty because I think the person that they had loyalty to before might still be alive. Like, that shouldn't be minus loyalty to me. I'm done with your conversation. Fuck you. That's everyone, isn't it? Yeah. Who've we got here? Doctor Thingy. And this is the photographer? Doctor, how are you holding up? I saw you had a bout of sickness after the recent unpleasantness. Oh, well, it was frightening, but I actually planned on checking in on you. Me? Whatever for? Well, considering what happened. Ah. Put that out of your mind, Doctor. We all know the risks in this life. Yes, but you needn't worry about me. You approach and you notice Kasha following close behind you a few steps back with some hesitation. Kurt's eyes catch you. He calls both of you over. So yeah, it's the photographer. Ah, Captain Shaw. I was just helping out our good doctor. Our first trip out onto the ice left him shaken, and I'm set to calm his spirits. You knew them well, didn't you? Right. It's alright, we all make mistakes, though not all mistakes are equal. She'd achieved so much so young. She still had a lot of potential. It isn't right. You're not to blame, the ice is cruel. Oh, I gained the doctor's loyalty as well for that. No, I should have known better. It's okay if you need time to collect yourself. I mean, if he does, where's he going to go? Like, it's not like you can escape anyone here. If you want to be annoying, you can be annoying. I will be annoying. No, I'm perfectly fine. I can't let up now. That's the last I'll hear of it. Well, back to work. Kurt slowly marches away. That poor man. I mean, to be fair. Also, ads are coming up in like a minute, so I'm going to push them through now before I skip to the next week, before anything else happens. So anyone not subbed or turboed, ads are coming in very shortly. I will continue as soon as they are finished. In the meantime, I'm going to tab out so the music shuts up, because it's making my ears crackle. By ears, I mean headset, but ears, it's making me ears crackle. Could be worse. Could be hunky shirtless Trump. Trump and hunky should not be ever said in the same sentence. Never say that again. Congress is trying to impeach Trump too bad. It's not going to happen. They've tried too many times. If it hadn't happened before, it's not happening now. It's not happening now. Might have a degree in animation, but I have no clue on how to make that man who has the build of Gru from Despicable Me hunky. First off, that is rude to Gru. Gru is not that hideous. It'd be kind of like trying to make Elon Musk hunky. It's in the shape of that man? Jesus. I genuinely question what happened health-wise to Musk to make him the shape that he is. Like, there's something wrong with the shape of his, like, stomach area. That someone with his money should probably have had checked out and sorted, but, you know. Ooh. We do a catch up on Twitters and things while we wait for the ads to finish. Also, speaking of political issues, shit me, there's a lot of there's the local council elections at the minute going on in the UK. The amount that have jumped ship to fucking reform is disgusting. I genuinely hate this country. I genuinely hate this country. Because it suggests that if there was a general election right now, we would be a reform country rather than Labour. I'd rather be Labour, because at least they're trying to fix things. Reform are part of the reason why Brexit happened, which everyone seems to have fucking forgotten. Like, literally, it's ran by fucking Nigel Farage, the person who made all the fucking lies that caused people to vote for Brexit. Like, why are people fucking switching over to him when we already know he's scum? Like, we already know everything he says is a fucking lie. So why are people voting for him? Or his fucking new ass party that are just dickheads. I don't get it. I don't get it. Elon Musk is shaped like Jerry from Tom and Jerry when Jerry swallowed a giant piece of cheese. Fairly accurate description. Don't understand British politics. Don't understand American politics. And I'm an American. Yeah, neither of it makes sense. Neither side makes sense. It's all very obvious lies, like constant, very obvious lies, that for some reason manages to sway the majority of a country into voting for them. Why is the majority of the country that fucking stupid? Like, I'm just putting it out there. If anyone in this fucking chat is a reform voter, get the fuck out. Just genuinely leave. If you're in the UK and you vote for reform in any way, shape or form, get the fuck out. Because essentially, it's the UK version of voting for Trump right now. Not an inaccurate description. Like, it is a party of, we are racist pricks, and we are going to focus on immigration and the small boat problem that is not a problem and never has been. Never has been. But for some reason, too many people in the UK believe that it's a major issue that is causing issues, that is, like, tanking our economy. Like, no, our economy is tanked because our fucking political system is corrupt as shit. And and for the last 14 years, it's been ran by people who only want to line their own pockets and not actually help the country. This is why we switched to Labour in the last election. And now people are bitching that Labour aren't good enough because they haven't fixed the problem yet. They haven't had time. Things sometimes have to get a little bit worse to fix the fucking issues that have built up previously. Like, Labour are doing... Like, I'm not a Labour stan. Like, I'm not going to blindly follow them. But they're doing what they can. They're doing the best they can with the shithole that the Conservatives left. But they're now being freaking shat on because they're not fixing things and they're causing some issues in order to fix things. Like, you can't just magically make things better without doing something about it. Like, you can't just make a load of money appear out of nowhere to fix issues. It has to come from somewhere. You know? So cuts have to happen in one place in order to fix issues in another place. That's kind of how it works. It's also not a very quick fix. We're still, like, literally there are still some things that the Conservatives were putting through Parliament at the end of their power that haven't actually gone into fucking effect yet. So why have people suddenly got an issue with Labour? Because they haven't fixed things quickly enough. Like, yeah, because it takes a while for things to get through. And even then it takes a while for that thing that went through to make a difference. Like, they've been in power less than a year. Less than a year. Why are so many people so fucking, like, tunnel vision on the fact that Labour haven't fixed 14 years of problems in less than a year? Because I guarantee a large amount of the people who have now voted for fucking reform in their local council elections, a lot of those people are only doing so because Labour isn't fixing the economy fast enough. But that's not how it works, you dumb fucks. I hate politics so much. Not because of the politics themselves. If you have half a brain cell, you should be able to see when people are full of shit. It's the dumb fucks who just believe everything they're sold. That's what fucks me off. And the UK is just full of people who are dumb as fuck and just believe every word they're given. You know, such as the dumb fucks who voted for Brexit in the first place based on what was very obviously lies. Very obviously lies. Like the whole, the NHS will get an extra, what was it, 350 million a week if we leave the EU. It's like, the EU has literally nothing to do with the NHS. Never has done, never will do, did not affect it. The NHS was struggling because of our government. Like, Jesus Christ, why are people so stupid? Like the weird belief that the EU was in charge of our politics when we were in the EU. Like that's not how the EU works. If that's how the EU worked, every country that's part of the EU would have the exact same laws. They never have done, so that should be a big red flag telling you that the EU isn't the only fucking issue. There were issues, it's not a perfect system, there is no perfect system. But here in particular, a good 70-80% of our issues were completely because of stuff our government were doing. Nothing to do with the EU. A lot of the positives we had, however, were because the EU blocked our government from doing stupid shit. Point of evidence, since Brexit happened, our government hasn't had that block, so they've done a lot of stupid shit. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like currently, let me have a look at the numbers. So for anyone outside the UK that's not familiar, we have a hell of a lot of different elections for different things. Currently, over the last couple of days, it was May 1st? So it was yesterday, day before, I think the votes went through. They're currently being tallied up for local councils. And currently, let me have a look for the last check. Where's the number? Annoyingly, the one that I'm following that tells me all the info is like posting every single bloody thing, even though they started by saying we won't post for every update. Yeah, they have. There's a lot of posts. So number of council seats as of 5 p.m, so as of just under 2 hours ago. Reform, 548. Bearing in mind they are a new party, so they didn't have any before, so they have gained 548 councils from other parties. That's a lot of regional councils that have jumped ship to a corrupt as fuck, like very obviously corrupt as fuck party that are just racist wankers. I want to blame everything on small boats, which are not a problem and never have been. I don't get it. Do not get it. The amusing thing is that, so the top number of councils confirmed so far, because there's still a lot to go through. There's a hell of a lot of small councils in the UK. Of the ones that have been tallied so far, 548 for Reform, that's the top amount. Next one down is the Lib Dems, which came out of nowhere, because when I went to sleep last night, they were not anywhere near the top of the list. With 305, they've gained 122. Next is the Conservatives. You know, those wankers who fucked our country raw for fucking 14 years straight and are the reason we are in such a bad situation. They have lost 536 councils. However, they're still at 241. Labour, our current actual government, have lost 148 councils that they had previously, and they're only on 72 at the minute. Independents have more fucking councils confirmed currently than Labour does. Explain that to me. How the fuck are the Lib Dems currently the second highest number of council seats, confirmed at this moment, or at least last check, and Labour's the second lowest, with only the Green Party being lower? And how is Reform the highest by almost double the next fucking amount? I genuinely do not get it. Genuinely do not get it. There is something inherently wrong in our political system that a party like Reform can come out of nowhere and get that much instantly. It's fucking ridiculous. Hi for it, how you doing? Heard UK and EU were open trade again. Not yet, they're talking about it. There's talks, but it's not finalised. Trust me, that's how we got Trump. I understand your pain. Yep. I mean, Labour aren't crap. That's the issue. We've just had this discussion. Labour are trying to fix 14 years of bullshit. They haven't even been in power for a year yet. You actively cannot judge a party that quickly. It takes a lot longer than a year to fix 14 years of shit, particularly with how slow our politics and system is. There's still stuff coming through that Conservatives were putting into effect that hasn't actually fully been finalised yet. There's been quite a few arguments I've seen over Twitter of people shitting on Labour, And the thing they're shitting on is something that the Conservatives put in effect, and it just hasn't gone through the system fully yet. Labour haven't been able to fucking rectify it. A lot of the shit Labour is getting at the minute is not because of anything to do with Labour. It's still because of the Tories. And a lot of the stuff they have done that is a problem is because they don't have a fucking choice. Like, if you look at it without freaking rose-tinted glasses on, a lot of the choices they're having to make that aren't good are because they have no choice, because it's the only way to fix the crap the Tories caused. Yeah, it's not good, but it's never going to be good. That's kind of how it works. If your fucking system has been shat on for 14 years straight, longer, because it wasn't just the Tories that shit our system up, but those 14 years of shit, you have to do some shit to try and rectify some of it to make things better in the future. You can't just magically fix it instantly. That's not how things work in the political system. I'm not a Labour defender. I don't like either of the two major parties. However, 90% of the shit they're getting is bollocks, and it's nothing to do with Labour. So, you know, jumping to Reform, not the fucking answer. Reform are worse than the Conservatives. Anyone who thinks otherwise is a fucking moron.
Hi, everybody!
Hey, Beale, how you doing? But the amount of people that are voting the fucking Reform Party for their local council is disgusting. Genuinely disgusting. Yep, and I will... Do you know what? Do you know what? That can just stay there, because quite honestly, yes. Like, I will repeat. I tweeted it earlier, but I will repeat. It's led by Nigel Farage. The man who fucking ran the most politically corrupt campaign the UK has ever had, that caused Brexit, which has fucked our fucking country into the ground. It wasn't just Boris bloody Johnson. Farage was another bloody large part of it. He was a large part of it. And most of the lies that we got about Brexit were from him. So why the fuck would you believe a word that fucking Leach says? Why would you ever believe a word that Leach says? And why would you back his party? His party is literally built on racism and bullshit about migration, which is immigration, which is a lie. Immigration is nowhere near the problem that they try and sell it as. It's a distraction from actual issues. It always has been. And that is the only thing their party is fucking running. That's literally the only thing they have come out with that anyone is buying. It's like, oh, we'll fix immigration. It's not a problem. It doesn't need fixing. Like, fuck me. Would also like to add that one of their biggest people, I want to say it was today or yesterday, one of their biggest, like, names in the Reform Party was on about how if they ever got into power, anyone that comes over here as an immigrant or whatever, an asylum seeker, should be housed in tents. That was their answer. Not proper border control, so that if anyone does get through the system, they are legitimately here and deserve to be fucking treated like a normal bloody human being. Not proper fucking wording, because half the people they try and label as an immigrant are an asylum seeker. The two are not the same thing, never have been. And one is not a problem. But that they should just be shoved into a tent. Not to have a roof over their head. A roof over their head that does not affect anybody else in the country because nobody else was living in that fucking place to begin with. So what difference does it make? If there's space for them to move into somewhere temporarily, that space was available for them to move into. But they're saying that they should just get shoved in a tent. Like, I'm sorry, that is basically Nazi. You're basically a Nazi. Which unfortunately is how both our government and the US government is going. They're pretty much going down that route, and it's disgusting. Didn't vote yesterday, so I can't say anything really. Yeah, not every area was voting. Our local was, which I did. And I did just back Labour because, quite honestly, I don't like the big two. I've said it before. I don't like the top two. Conservatives can fuck off. Labour in general can also fuck off. However, they are by far, at the minute, the lesser of the two evils. Reform is not an option. And Independents and Greens will never, ever have enough backing. I'm surprised the Lib Dems are also getting enough backing at the minute. They've shot up in the council counts. They're currently, or at least last check, they were second highest number of confirmed councils are Lib Dem. Which is surprising. So I kind of wish I'd voted for them, I'm not going to lie. But it was between them or Labour. I went Labour. Immigration's only a problem because a select group of media people have manipulated the truth. Also the fact that the country seems to believe every word the media spouts like it's facts. Like the BBC in particular has never spouted the truth. It is literal propaganda, has always been. That's what the news is. It's what they want you to know and how they want you to know it. There's truth in it, but it's always twisted in one way or another. Don't understand why people just take everything at face value. Anyway, game, fuck politics. Oh god, I hope your dad's doing okay. I hope it was nothing too bad. Well, very valid reason not to be voting. That's a very, very valid reason. Although I will always be a stern defender of, if you don't know what to vote for, don't fucking vote. The whole notion of not voting makes you complicit in what happens is a load of bollocks. Voting when you don't know what you're voting for is also a problem. Because that's also why Brexit happened. A lot of people didn't actually know what they were voting for. And then Brexit happened. And then the country got fucked for the next fucking however long. And you know, even our own fucking parliament, half of them constantly abstain from voting for things. Same principle. Politics scares me, so I was sidetracked. Watching a video about an Australian making a rubber duck out of sodium metal and putting that in his bathtub. Why would you put a sodium duck in a bathtub? Not gonna lie, I kind of want to watch it though. Right, next week. We've had our political rant. That is about the limit to my political ranting, because I'm not a political person, but I do know when the country is fucking being stupid and screwing us over. Because of stupidity. And it currently is. Can I... Oof. Oof. I mean, I've got enough to do that, and it stops everyone freezing. What do you mean one crew member will be cured of their malnourishment? Who the fuck's malnourished? No one's What do you mean? All the people getting frozen that went out on the hunt. It's fine, we'll heat them up after. I say I can only do 4. And there's only 4, we're good. 2 weeks at second camp. Right, before anything else. Haha, 69. And I have to do this twice separately, because for some reason the boost is weird. So the boost is, whenever I do this, I get 1 extra unfrozen. So if I do 1 engineer, that's 1 unfroze. If I do 2, that's 2 unfroze. But if I do 2 at the same time, it's only 3 unfroze instead of 4. Make that make sense. Yeah, all 4 unfroze, whereas if I did the 2 together, it would have only unfroze 3. Which is kind of annoying. Feed the pot. I want to use them all, but at the same time, there's not much point keeping them in case they go off. Okay. I'm not accusing you of anything. Who's this? Wait, one arm. This is the guy with the sun? Why do you keep launching questions at... I know it's not. Hammond's the heater guy. Why do we keep launching questions at me? I told you on the ship the engineering was impeccable. Then why did we sink, Hammond? Why am I down crew and sentenced to the ice? I've more important things to be getting on with, Templeton. I just need to know what happened to the Temperance, which is the ship. For anyone that forgot the name. You must have miscalculated. They stop and turn to you. Captain, good of you to join us. Templeton was just interrogating me. Not an interrogation. We all have questions here, Mr. Hammond. You must have questions of your own, Hammond. You'd think. Aye, too right I bloody do. Does Shaw not even know who the benefactor is? I don't yet. Templeton looks between the two of you and considers the moment. The scientist scans the room before moving to pick up a food tin from the corner. You have food tins? He lifts the tin and throws it towards you. The Apperton Tinning Company. Tinned fresh peaches. Consume within 3 days of opening. Are you serious? That's who's paying for this. We might die in the middle of fucking nowhere for a tinned food company, sure. They have additional investments. Not tasty, not terrible. I've seen wars won with food, no shame in it. It's no matter anyway, the money is good. This changes nothing about the mission. The mission is still our survival, not money. Of course, but I'm certain you would appreciate handsome pay as reward for said survival. Well, obviously, but if we're dead, it doesn't matter what the reward is, dickhead. I don't get these kind of arguments in these kind of setups. Like, it doesn't matter what money's involved. If we don't make it, we don't get the money. So survival is the aim. Fuck your money. If you give me money afterwards, fine. If you don't, fine, I'm alive, you know? The two men observe each other. Are we all in agreement, Captain? Aye for now. Hammond exits. He's not in a good mood with this little twat. Which, to be fair, I don't particularly like Templeton either. Sure, I did a stock on our current food after leaving Temperance Camp. We're burning through our food stores at a fair rate. Luckily, game is in abundance here. It shouldn't be difficult to stockpile further food stores. For the time being, yes, but winter is approaching fast, and with it, the game will start to dry up. We need to make the most of our time here if we're going to survive the winter. What is your estimate, Mr. Stoke? It's hard to say, but we'll need enough to last us 12 weeks. 12 weeks? And that's at a bare minimum, assuming the tightest rations possible during winter. Understood, thank you, Junior. 12 weeks? Ugh. We have a great opportunity to increase our food stores by a considerable degree, but we must consider the encroaching winter. If we do not have enough to last the winter, survival is just not possible. Are we saying, like, I need to have a store of 12 weeks worth of food at a point where I can't go out and hunt to get more? Because that's never going to happen, I'm just saying. Ah, Captain, this sunlight won't last forever, you know. No time like the present to play a game of rugby. What? A game with the crew, that's what you're suggesting? Why not? Keep spirits high and the blood pumping. So does sex. Like, pfft. And one's less effort than the other. An active crew's a healthy crew. A simple game always did wonders on my old expeditions. So I'm assuming that means it will take away from my count. Okay, 3 to 5 people. I need the scouts. I don't like that they're still listed even though they're dead. Why can't I put the specialists? You know what, you can You can have Mr. and Mrs. Gloss. You can have the dad and the son. And you can have that person. Sure. Also, what rugby are you playing with 5 people? A wonderful idea. I'm sure the crew will enjoy it. Oh, nice. Sure it'll be a lark. Chances like this don't come up often, Captain. We're in the middle of nowhere with nothing to really do apart from tell people to go hunting, so yes, there's plenty of opportunity to play fucking rugby. I love how he barely fucking strings an actual sentence together. Sure, notice something. Crew go into those interviews with the photographer, all shaken. But they're always feeling better when they come out. It seems speaking with Belford helps alleviate some of their stress and trauma. I thought you should know. Well, Captain, we should continue to send any shaken crew her way. Well, we don't have any currently, so that's fine. Captain, pleased to say I have quite the headache this morning. You're pleased that you have a headache? Oh, the wine. I forgot. The crew greatly appreciate... Hang on, you said you had a bottle. 1 bottle does not stretch to 24 people. And certainly not enough to get a headache. Like, what? It's only a shame that we'll have to wait until we're back on land for more. A grand celebration for our return home is in order. Well, now we concern ourselves with getting home. Let's not celebrate early. Of course. Still a good time to be had. I love that. That was essentially... I am pleased to announce that we got twatted last night. Perhaps you may have noticed there's some discontent amongst the crew, sideways glances and the like. Sure, why? You may thank the Elder Stoke for that. I'm not surprised. That's Grimly? Perhaps you should listen to what he's been playing as of late for the crew. Song of Disrespect. Songs of Mutiny. He seems intent to sow distrust for you among the crew. Great, he's becoming a problem. I fear you will have a difficult time. Stoke seems to have dug in his heels. So, I mean, it's fine. In this area, we can just melt the ice. You will need to find some way to appease him. Either that or remove his accordion from the equation. Surely that would cause more conflict. Would you rather the tension bubble off, or would you rather cut it off here? Meh. The crew will not be happy, but perhaps a forceful show of authority is necessary. I'd rather not. Life's better when you're not lugging equipment off a ship, don't you think? And you think... And you're one of the young ones. I was throwing my back out every day. Some well-deserved rest coming our way. If you think this is the end of our work, you've got another thing coming. And you are correct, because I'm about to send you all out. Send the scouts out first. Hey, more hunting. And we'll stick to only sending 4 out for the hunting, while I can only get 4 not frozen. We got another hunt spot for the next day. What? Why can I go back in weeks on the map? Like, what is the need for that? Dinner time, bitches! Evening, Shaw. We've been here quite a while, haven't we? Longest I've been on the ice, no doubt. What was your previous record? Nowhere close, not even a month. And we're at 3 and a bit months. If you stay this long and make it out. Apologies, Captain, didn't mean to cast a dark cloud. Sorry. Come Josephine in my flying machine. Apologies, the tune has not left my head in weeks. Wait, is that a thing? Is that a real thing? Josephine in my flying machine. It's an actual song. It's an actual song. Hold up, from 1910. Hold up. Let me put desktop audio on. Are you playing? This is it. Okay. Sure. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, just slight tangent because I just tapped over. Back to the council stuff. So, current count as of 7 p.m. So, as of 30 minutes ago. I'm only going through because I tapped over. So, from the bottom, number of council seats. Green Party 74, up 42 from previous. Labour 84, down 171 seats from previous. Independent 87, down 20 from previous. Of the councils that have currently tallied up. Conservatives 295 seats, down 623. So while Labour have had a big drop and they're right near the bottom of the list for maximum number of seats so far, total current tallied up seats, Conservatives dropped 623 seats. So at least it is still the Conservatives getting the biggest brunt of the bullshit. Like, you deserve it. Lib Dems, 361 confirmed council seats, which is up 156 previously, and have overall control in 3 councils confirmed now. Reform, however, 619 seats. This is their first run, so they've gained 619 council seats and are confirmed in overall control of 8 councils. Oh, so this math doesn't work. They've got 8 confirmed, so number of councils, not the seats, just the councils that are fully confirmed. 8 Reform are in control of, 3 Lib Dems are in control of, so that's 11. And 8 have no overall control for any specific party. So that's 19. However, it's saying 20 out of 23 councils have declared. Where's that extra 1 council? How does that work? Where's the math ain't math in here, loves. The math ain't mathin'. Sorry, somebody screenshot and tweeted underneath that post. So what they've said is this is what those 8 reform councils have to look forward to, and it's a screenshot of somebody else's tweet. Reform UK have never, of course, run an actual council. Neither did its forerunner, the Brexit Party. But UKIP, under Farage, did actually once run a council, Thanet District Council. It went bankrupt within 7 months and was investigated for fraud and corruption. The one council that Farage has actually had control over. And people are backing this fucking loser. Anyway. The tune has not left my head in weeks, and it's probably not going to leave mine for the rest of the day. I'm probably going to be humming that at work later. At the very least, I have found a manner to calm the pack. You could make a request to Grimly. I'm sure he could learn the song. Perhaps. But no, I will not intrude upon their nightly entertainment. I'm certain it is not something the crew would much care for. I mean, I'd prefer it over them fricking playing mutinous songs. Captain, you needn't call me here so frequently. You receive your updates each day. You should focus on the crew or your own rest. And yet you do not decline my invitation. True, this is hardly a direct order, is it? I'm afraid you have me there. Very well then, what do you wish to discuss? Nothing currently. Evening. That rescue ship better be coming. Don't trust the benefactor to follow through. Haven't you worked with them before? Aye, and they've paid me well when all goes right. They've always been the type to weigh their purse before anything. Yeah. Right, let's go talk to Mr. Frickin' Accordion. You notice the sailors are still seated around the campfire, listening with rapt attention as Grimly plays on his accordion. As he continues to play, the crew join in on the song. Biscuits, though. I don't want to interrupt it, I like it. Grimly, may we speak in private? No. You must have misheard me, Grimly. Let us speak in private. Didn't mishear you. Bitch, if you want to be mutinous, I will smash your fucking accordion. Anything you want to say to me, you can say in front of the crew. I'll only tell you once, do not play another song like that again. Or what? What will happen? Whatever issue you have with me, we must stay professional for the sake of the crew at least. This man is a right prick. You walk up to me with all that thunder and then you back down. Bitch, that ain't backing down. And yes, I walked up to you with all that thunder when you're playing a song like that, you fucking turd. Fine, you're a pretender. I've said it before and they'll sing it again. Alright, let's calm down. No need to come to blows over this. The crowd disperses as the crew return to their business. Right, if I get another opportunity to smash that accordion, I'm smashing that accordion. It's good to have some music with your dinner, is it not? I suppose we should take what is given to us. I intended to bring a phonograph. There was no space among my equipment. A shame, but I quite enjoy what we have now. Do you now? Fucking Grimly. You know, I used to be much taller than Grimly when we were growing up. It would piss him off something fierce, being the older brother. Even Hunt would poke fun. Don't know why I'm remembering that now, though. Feeling nostalgic? I suppose so. Simpler times, that. Can't tend to the furnace if you're yabbing. Hang on. If I'm yabbing to you. Yabbing? Never heard it being referred to as yabbing. Shouldn't you be with your father, lad? I'm grown enough. I thought the same. Oh God, he's not at a rebellious age in this situation, surely. Aye, long time ago. Consider yourself lucky someone's taking care of you, lad. Yeah, to be fair. Captain, I never thought I'd say it, Well, I'm starting to miss being on proper land. There's more drink back on land. It does have that going for it. A lot of bad memories back on land. But there's booze. Captain, you have any children of your own? Nope. Didn't think so. Most of the crew don't know what it's like. And I'm not going to get in a conversation about it, so that's fine. I'm flattered, but I really ought to be getting some rest, Shaw. Alright. Calm your tits. Talk to this dickhead, shall we? Hunt had a musician on his crew when I was a small one. Learned how to make and play the accordion from them. So you can make accordion, so smashing it probably wouldn't help. Then they just left. Always wonder what happened to them. Can't have been happy to leave without a word. Aye, Hunter's pissed plenty off. Still, wish they hadn't gone. Would like to play with them. So your previous captain pissed off plenty of people who just up and left, and he himself just up and left without a word, and you still defend this man. Finding crock of fucking shite that is. I don't have enough food to do that. Fuck. Actually, doesn't matter if I don't have enough food. Because it would normally just affect the, whatever this is called, the morale, but it's not. Not food, fuel, sorry. I'd rather people weren't freezing. Oh, I actually can't. Okay, fine. We're going to have people get frozen. And we already were because they've been out hunting. And they only got 4 fucking penguins? What the fuck am I meant to do with that? Oh, only 3. Wait, only 2 of the ones that went hunting got froze? Can't be mad at that, but different. Right, first things first. It's gonna have to be the ale. And then you to unfreeze people. Fuck's sake. So what are those spices meant to do? Because that's not done a thing. Spices. Spice crates. Once per week, feed the hoosh pot to gain 3 food for each person with malnourished or scurvy. Oh, okay. Every 10 research brought home will be proof of success to your employer. We've got 21. I don't believe I have any other way to get research. That was just what I took off the ship before it sunk. Morning, Captain. I think I'm going to miss the summer when it leaves us. Why is that? Winter means colder. Colder means having to waste more fuel on this bloody thing. Not looking forward to that, let me tell you. Yeah, me neither, because we don't have the fucking fuel to waste. This one wandered into my tent this morning. Come along, Pascal, don't bother the doctor. Did he get into your stores by any chance? No, he just woke me from my sleeping bag, licking my face. A friendly one, no need to be frightened, Doctor. I'm not. Of course. You are, because you're scared of literally everything. You know, I much prefer a hearty dinner of wild game to what we had before. Never could stomach those tinned rations, least of all the peaches. Is that so? I admit, I might be a little biased. Where I'm from, you could get fresh peaches by the bundle, right off the tree. Bite into one of those and it takes me right back to my childhood. Yes, peaches are native. Typo. To your home island, as I understand. Apperton didn't quite do the flavour justice when they decided you all should have them. It's all too processed, I say. Well, concessions have to be made in order to encourage further production. Are you sure there is issue with the flavour, or do you simply prefer to live off the land? You know, it may just be that. I admit there's a certain satisfaction in gathering your meal yourself. It's how we all did it hundreds of years back. Thankfully, those days are long behind us. Anyway, I must attend the day's requests. Love that, sir. Right, I've done with this conversation. Shut up and leave me alone. What requests do we have? Fuck me. Alright, Doctor. Captain, Kurt's game of rugby was a rousing success. Everyone was eager to get involved. Even yourself, Doctor, you don't seem the sort. I'm not, but Kurt did drag me into a game. I was tackled fairly hard. I'm still feeding it, to be honest, and I'm not alone. I'm not surprised there was much roughhousing involved. Still, everyone had a great time, despite the multitude of aches and pains. If you'll excuse me, I need to lie down. Captain, I've been thinking. What is it, young man? Well, I'm not a very good sailor. I'm small and I'm not very strong. I was sorry to hear that. But I still want to help. There's plenty of sailors, but there's not as many scouts or scientists or engineers. Well, those roles require quite specialised skills. I can learn. Dr. Nutley loaned me his books and I've been learning to read. I can still help just a little. Well, earning a doctorate is out of the question in this scenario, but training isn't out of the question. If you're diligent, I suppose you can be taught some of the basics, enough to lend a hand at least. That's what I thought. Captain, please. Ooh. So we could have him be a doctor's assistant, be an engineer, be a scout, or stick to being a sailor. I think it's between engineer or scout. We did just lose a scout, so we've only got 2. So I think scout is probably the best option. Head to Kurt, he'll be happy to have another scout on his team. And we get 15 loyalty with Kurt. If I was going to get loyalty with the one I sent them to, I should have sent them to engineering, because he's a miserable twat. Okay, I will. Thank you, Captain. We are certainly in need of a new scout after our recent tragedy. Exactly. Mr. Darling may be past his prime, but I feel he'll make for a good teacher. It is a demanding role, though. Let us hope young Ward has the conditioning. Speaking of Kurt, I'm telling you, you're jumping the gun here. And I'm telling you, you're out of your bloody mind. Gentlemen, what seems to be the issue here? Apologies for bursting in like this, but winter's on its way. Winter's coming. We need to hunker down as soon as possible. We want to survive the cold. We'll want the camp to be set up for the winter in 2 weeks. 2 weeks! Ugh. And you disagree with this, Kurt? You want protection from the elements, I understand. But I know just how long the winter can last. If we haven't stockpiled enough food, we'll starve to death waiting for the weather to clear. So you would suggest a longer hunting period. Much longer, 5 weeks if we can. 5 bloody weeks? Winter will have hit by then, are you mad? We have enough to live off. 2 weeks is all we need. I'm sorry, have you been on the ice before? You talk like you have. Don't need experience to have bloody common sense, do I? We already know there's a leopard seal in the area, not far from here. Do you know how long we could feed the crew on that? Oh, is that what this is about? You're after the beast? Honestly, I would want revenge if I was him, and it also does mean we get a big stockpile of food. There's no need to turn this agreement personal. Captain, your thoughts? Yeah, I'll have to think this over. You both make good points. Don't care. You can't sit on this, Captain. You have to decide. Can't afford to be hesitant, but we also can't afford to rush into freaking sealing ourselves off. And we also can't afford to waste time hunting into the winter when we're possibly going to end up with dead people because of it. Enough, both of you. Captain Shaw will think the matter over. I trust the captain's choice. Perhaps 2 weeks from now, circumstances will change. We will see. Now, if you'll both carry on with your work. So we have 2 weeks to decide what the fuck we're doing. Great. Captain, a suggestion. The ice at this camp seems stable enough that we could conceivably drill a hole through it. For what purpose? Ice fishing. I understand the crew are quite adept at the pastime, and it will prove a pathway to gather more food. Honestly, not a bad shout. Let's do Daddy. Old man can stay behind and do that. And Strong Boy, because we'll probably need someone with a bit of strength to break through the ice efficiently. Certainly, I'll assign some crew to that matter. I like how I think about those things when I'm picking the people, when that does not actually factor into anything. Thank you, Captain. I will direct them in their duties. Perhaps we will catch something worth our while. Or we'll just allow the leopard seal to bump up through the ice into the middle of camp, but we'll see. The earlier debate between Mr. Hammond and Mr. Darling was quite worrying. If our navigator and our engineer are at odds, a divide will form amongst the crew. Neither are endearing themselves to the sailors, it seems. A cause for concern, no doubt. This crew is like the body. Each organ must be working in tandem if we are to survive. Whatever. So this is as warm as it gets down here? Still cold, isn't it? You think you're cold? Wait until you have old bones like mine. I hope I'm not stuck here when I'm old. Fair. Warm one day, relatively speaking. Never understood how we could grow so used to the cold. Can't even handle a proper summer back home these days. An island summer might be just what I need when this is done. That's two very different responses to that conversation, sure. I definitely can't deal with you yet, can I? 21 of 30 research. Which means I would need research. Right, so let's send scouts. Research. Fish. Ooh. Seal hunting. So research would be helpful for the thing at the bottom. That would be helpful for resetting the docks because I don't have any fish left. But I need food, so we're going to have to go here. I can only send 2? That's kind of shit. I definitely don't have any fish, do I? No, so I can't reset the dogs. Fine. Ugh, what is happening with Grimly now? Fuck's sake. Sure, do you look at me as an old man? Don't mistake me, I know that I'm getting up there in years, but I'm a father, not a grandfather. You're perfectly capable if that's what you're asking. In a way, yes. I suppose that's more pressing than the grey hairs. It's alright, I don't mind being seen as an old man, just as long as I'm not the useless old man. Fair point. Crewmate just asked me if the dogs could serve as emergency fuel. Don't think they were serious, but I had a bloody good laugh imagining the Kennel Master's face if we suggested. You tell Cordell, I'll watch. Kasha will work on your obituary. Yeah, Cordell would literally murder you for suggesting we eat the dogs. You're a funny one now, are you? Pretty sure it's the captain's job to pass on that message. You should try it. Yeah, no. Wait, can I? No. It's not even there to speak to. Right, what's this prick doing now? Oh, he's doing it again. The same song from last week. More of the crew have joined since. It's like a toss-up. Do they want me to just laugh it off and ignore the song, or do they want me to assert my authority and smash the accordion? Captain, do you hear this? This has gone on long enough, don't you think? I agree. Yeah, it needs to stop. This will continue till you put a stop to it. Your leadership is in question. You have to act. Fuck it, quite honestly. Quite honestly. You were asked to stop. Decided to be a massive child and carry on. sowing discontent across the fucking crew that in a time when we really shouldn't be doing that. Fuck your accordion. And I'm pretty sure you were already disloyal to me at the minimum amount anyway, so you know. Without hesitation, you lunge yourself forward and pull the accordion from Grimley's hands. You throw the instrument overhead, plunging it into the snow. You raise your boot and drive your foot into the centre of the device. It lets out a sad wheeze, gasping its last. You continue to stomp until Grimley regains his composure, pulling you back and holding you by the scruff of your neck in a fit of rage. The hells are you doing? Does anyone here have a problem with that? Crowd is silent. Slowly, the crowd begins to disperse. Templeton gives you a knowing nod as you walk away. Oh, can I fish? Oh, are you ice fishing? Yes, are you interested? My father would take me fishing quite often. I have some experience. Of course, it's a different story on the ice. Feel free to take the reins, Doctor. Oh, thank you. Perhaps a bit later. Like, can I actually send you ice fishing? Can't believe that from shore. Fragile captains like that are all over. It happens. You say fragile, but look at the circumstances. This isn't just, we're not just on a general little journey on this sea. We are fucking in the middle of the frozen wastes, struggling to get by. And you pricks are doing stuff like that. And that's a very different situation. Still a shame, poor Grimley. Fuck Grimley. I see the Chief's got into a bit of a spat with Mr. Darling. Aye. Hammond's brilliant, but he's adamant to make everything harder on himself. Not that Darling is any better. How are my favourite crew members, Lady Cordell? Tired, they need their rest. I won't disturb them then. You know you should treat them more often. They receive all the treats they need, I assure you. Okay. Templeton. Captain, you did the right thing tonight. The sailors may hate you for it now, but a display like that, they'll respect it come morning. I'm not so sure, but it is what it is. And again, ads need to run, so before I skip into the next week, ads are coming in for anyone not subbed or turboed. I will carry on as soon as they are done. In the meantime, I can catch up on Twitters and stuffs. Also, my throat is starting to hurt, so how much longer we go for? I don't know yet, but we'll do a bit more. We'll do a wee bit more. Ooh. So, DBD just tweeted, Dead by Daylight's Year 9 anniversary broadcast will be live from PAX East on May 9th at 11 AM EST. So we'll be hitting the stage to talk Five Nights at Freddy's, roadmap updates, and a few big surprises from the next year of Dead by Daylight and beyond. And how much of that is about backing down because of loud voices that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Undoing the unstacking of Haste and Hinder, which should not be anything. Like, that was... Unstacking Haste and Hinder was such a good move going forwards for general game health. Fucking bitching about it and making them go back on it because of a few builds that most people don't fucking use, and even the people trying to get them to stay don't use very often, was absurd. Like, I still say it shouldn't have been. They should have gone back on it. They should have stuck with unstacking it, so you can't have endless, like, 4 perks of haste stacking. However, you should have kept your top stack from your top percentage boost from perks, from your add-ons, and from your power itself. So that, like, for example, Clown can still get good use out of things. But you shouldn't need 4 freaking perks to do one thing. And if they unstacked it, made it so they didn't stack, they could safely buff a lot of perks to make them more usable without taking over your entire build. Now they can't. It's a bit bloody dumb. It also means there's a good chance that Arella's body blocking the haste if you take a protection hit perk probably won't come to life as strong as it was in the PTB, because if they're not Look, if it, I would imagine the main reason they put it at 25% was because it wasn't going to be able to stack with anything else. Whereas if that's now possible, I doubt it'll come at 25%. I would imagine they'll nerf that a bit. Not by much, I wouldn't have imagined it. Most, I'd probably say 15 to 20, but I highly doubt it'll come to live at 25%. Right, next day, or next week rather. Oh, I see those little frozen symbols up here. Up in the top right, I don't like that. We're one fuel away from being able to not have people freezing. Got 3 elephant seals. Come on, no more than 4. No more than 4, please. Tucker was wounded by the elephant seal. Great. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can work with that. Just about. Although we are now pretty much out of fuel and food. Oh, it cures freezing as well when it's put in the furnace, but it's 18 food. That's only 6 food. So it cures 1 per? It is! Oh, lovely. Okay. You're going to have to make do with just the penguins, unfortunately. Fuck's sake, it keeps doing the thing when there's stuff on the left, it blocks this bit. Some of the UIs are a little bit shit, I'm not going to lie. They keep fucking up. If you click things too fast or at the wrong times, it messes it up. You don't do anything for food, but we can get heat fuel from the flares if needed. That's almost all of our freaking resources gone. Hello? A small group of Emperor penguins have waddled near the camp. You notice Mr. Gloss and Mrs. Gloss studying them closely. Look, dear, aptenodites. Aptenodites? What the fuck is the what? How extraordinary. Aptenodites. Hang on. Is that just the scientific term for a penguin? Oh. Hang on. Aptenodites. It is. Derived from the Greek meaning of featherless diver. Okay, fair enough. Astounding. This must be their the first sightings of their rookery. Sure. You need somebody. Who was it? You. So they'll be healed for the next week. That Kurt doesn't know what he's on about. Lost in his own little world, he is. Must think it's still 30 years ago. Man begged and pleaded to even be here, just to feel important. Interesting. Didn't know that he begged to come along. Kurt, do I, seem afraid of the sled dogs, that is? Well, are you? No. Have you ever owned a dog as a pet? No. My family does own several cats. I've been more afraid of those clawed beasties before I feared a little pup. Yeah, but those clawed beasties don't get much bigger, whereas a pup can get fucking huge and have a much worse bite. Just saying. I suppose you're right. Don't need to do anything else in town. Don't even have any requests. Okay. In town? In freaking town, what am I on about? Scientists, go and get the research, please. Penguins, I guess. Because I do need the foods. And then scout. More penguins there. bigger penguins there. Can I don't have enough dogs left. Bollocks. I wasn't paying attention. Well, I don't have any fish to reset them. Wait. I can't do a meal or anything either. Wait, there is requests, but it wasn't. Sure, whatever. Requests. Also, we apparently no longer have daytime. An emperor penguin waddles into the tent. Templeton looks to you, confused. Captain? It watches you carefully. And then just fucks off. Hello? Captain, last week's ice fishing was quite the success. We were able to gather a decent haul with some patience. Yes, I can reset some of the dogs. Thank you for providing the manpower. Some extra rations will certainly come in handy. Except that, unfortunately, if we eat those fish, we get malnourished. Captain, that Hammond has quite the temper on him. He's one to dig his heels in at any opportunity. We have enough time before winter, we should focus on hunting. You've been thinking it over, so I feel I should state my case one more time. We know what lies out there. Do you think we should pass up the chance to hunt leopard seals? We need that much meat for the winter. Very well, I'll take your consideration under suggestion. Yep, I read that backwards, shut up. Kurt puffs his chest out as a smile forms on his face. I knew you'd see sense, Captain, sooner or later. I mean, I haven't said yes, I'll do it. I said I can consider it. Another emperor penguin waddles into the tent. Templeton looks unamused. Ridiculous. It watches you carefully. The fuck? Captain, we need to talk about last week. I'm telling you, we won't last if we don't hunker down for winter starting next week. I will consider it, Hammond. Good. Don't be listening to that washed-up old fool. Sure. Another emperor penguin waddles into the tent. Templeton looks at the bird begrudgingly. Shoo. It watches you carefully and leaves. Captain, a truly urgent request. Well, perhaps not urgent, but well, when inspiration strikes. Collect yourself, Mr. Gloss. Right, well, this is the perfect opportunity to write up a proper study on the birds of this region. I asked that some of the science team be allowed this week to write up our findings. I've already sent you off to do stuff, though. That may risk us losing the opportunity to harvest as many of them for resources as possible. Yeah, I've already used you, so it's kind of tough. Sorry. Suppose it will have to wait. A shame. Opportunity like this only knocks once. I mean, I sent you out for research, and I'm pretty sure that would have just given us research, so I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but we could also do with, you know, hunting them for food. No offense to the penguins, but oh, do you know what? No, we'll leave them. We'll leave those ones. They came in and were friendly. We'll leave those. You hear a baby penguin holy fuck, I was not paying attention. Look at how many penguins there are in this camp. You hear a baby penguin sneeze. It's still sneezing. Achoo. More sneezes. Can I... That one. You hear a penguin squawk. It's still squawking. It's still squawking. A long penguin call. Holy shit, that was a noise. Calm, Stanbury, they're just curious of our presence here. I kind of want to hunt them for the food because I need the food, but at the same time I feel like that's a bit rude. Right. We can send another pack out. What do I want to do? Hunt for penguins. Get more fish. I think penguins. Although this does potentially mean quite a few people are going to come back frozen, but at the same time, we need the food stores. So feck it. The crew have their meal. The penguin colony moves on. God damn it. Seems Kurt and the mole man are still going at it. Not surprised the chief doesn't bend in disagreements. Maybe he should. A simple apology would allow us to return to our work without issue. What makes you believe Hammond should be the one apologising? Common sense. Reading something? Yes, a book on poetry. Can you read one? On poetry, not of poetry. It's an analysis of the technique. Oh, I've always wanted to read. Is that so? You wouldn't mind helping, would you? Suppose I could lend you a book? Something simple? Why do I feel like they don't have anything simple if they're just casually reading stuff on the mechanics of poetry, not on a poem itself? Nice dogs. Do you not have work to do, child? What are their names? The one you're petting, that's Maxwell. That's a person's name, innit? Are they all that boring? No. Are you sure? Have you ever attended the theatre, Captain? It's a luxury I've not indulged in quite some time. A good 10 years at least. I've seen a few plays in my time, yes, sure. That is good to know. Perhaps we can trade experiences at some point. Enjoying the craft of the theatre, it's quite the escape. A shame that it's a luxury we cannot carry with us on the ice. I mean, you could, but I'm not sure putting on a play on the ice is going to have the same effect. I've been thinking, Shaw. If this expedition is indeed the end of the line for Kurt, darling, I wonder how they'll speak of me when I fail to return. What will the newspapers say? The newspapers? What of your family? I have a better idea of what they'd say. Yeah, but surely that should be more important than what the feckin' newspapers say. And it's more troubling to think about. Funny, isn't it? No matter what you do in life, you never get to see your own legacy. Duh. Eyeing up my dinner, are you? You ain't getting a sniff of this. Get running back to your master. Alright, just a bite. Literally me. Was looking at my contract, Captain. After you and Templeton, I'm next in command. Hold on, why have you saved your contract? Of all the things that you made sure to save off the ship, you made sure to save your contract. Is it really that important? In the grand scheme of things. So don't bloody die, I don't want that responsibility. Will be funny again. Well, now I can't die. I don't want to subject the crew to your leadership. Hey, there we go, we got his loyalty. You got that bloody right, Captain. Those two were bickering again over dinner. Hammond and Kurt. Both of them are talking shite. Someone should talk to them. Aye, I know when a punch-up is brewing. It's fine, I'll leave them to the punch-up. Not my problem. Oh, well, good evening to you, Captain. Apologies for the distraction, I was enjoying a textbook. Anything interesting? This was the first textbook I ever read after entering the field of botany. I'm more than familiar with it, front to back. Still, it's more than beneficial to reacquaint myself with my field of expertise, particularly when I've spent such time now removed from it. I still find it odd that you were tasked as science officer in a frozen wasteland. Botany may be my preferred speciality, but I carry with me the expertise and well-rounded knowledge to serve many roles. No doubt the Apperton Company saw that in me. And probably saw the fact that you were pointlessly loyal to the point of just not really questioning it. Of course, I do feel somewhat left behind compared to my peers in this environment. Do you know why plant life interests me to this degree, Captain? There's much to study. I imagine you would struggle to run out of information on them. Quite right. A plant's primary goal is to ensure the continued survival of their species, yet the plant is stationary, vulnerable. What I find truly impressive is how they've developed to take advantage of their circumstance. They take advantage of the actions of others to ensure their own existence. Take your average apple tree, for instance. Birds come, they feast upon the fruit, and the seeds stored within scatter to the ground, ensuring another will grow. Quite ingenious a system, is it not? A form of life so seemingly simple has outsmarted just about every other species that would otherwise cause it harm. And yet not a single plant can survive out here. I think we have them beat there. You may have a point. Perhaps I take human ingenuity too lightly. I assume this topic is quite a bore for you. I won't keep you any longer. Good, because that's a lot of reading and my throat's starting to get scratchy. I want to say that's all I can do. Annoyingly, we're going to have quite a few people that are frozen for the next day. 3 research, 4 Adderley penguins, 3 emperor penguins. All the people that are now going to be frozen. Arking Christ. Well, this is a bit of a bother because I can't heat up 7 people. I can do 4. Well, 5 because I can leave 1 in the med bay. Actually, I can leave a couple in the med bay, can't I? At least 1 person, I think, is going to have to get frostbitten. Why can't I do things? Kasha charges into the tent. Captain Templeton, you're out of breath. What is it? Are they actually starting a fight? Yep, it's Kurt and Hammond. They're about to knock each other out. Come quick. Let's see to it, Captain. I don't want to. I love how even the dogs are just sat here watching. You rush over to the commotion near the boiler. Do you have any idea how much you've jumped the gun? I know how much you bloody want to keep playing in the snow. Playing? I take my work as seriously as you. I'm not going to lie, I'm more inclined to side with Hammond if I have to pick a side. Because honestly, the hunting isn't that great in the first place. And being protected from the weather would be a better shout before it gets worse. You don't actually believe that, do you? Fine, we'll do things your way. No preparation, no stockpiling. We can all starve to death, but sooner. Great idea. We're not going to get any more prepped waiting around. We need to hunker down. You just like feeling useful and you don't want it to stop. You don't care about the lives on the line. Don't you dare say that. After what happened with the leopard seal, I have experience on the ice. I know the dangers of the winter. You're just too stubborn to do anything anyway but your own. Which is literally what he's also doing. Kind of hypocritical. And when you don't get your way, you make a big song and dance about it. Can't help yourself. You're a bloody glory hound, always looking to be the big man. Sorry that you can never be the big man. I mean, there's no need to fucking comment on someone's height. What in the hell is going on here? Kurt and Hammond notice you. Kurt eyes you before scanning the audience that has assembled. You're gonna get us killed, you idiot. Oh, because I got Flick killed, is that it? That is not. That's what you're accusing me of, isn't it? I couldn't even catch the bloody seal. You think I'm a failure, don't you? See, this is why nobody should listen to you. You've lost your bloody nerve. Nobody's blaming you, but you can't let it go. Honestly, if it shuts them up for a minute, the loss of loyalty is worth it. Before you can unholster your weapon, Mr. Zack reveals his revolver, firing it into the air. Oh, I didn't even do it. So why did I lose the fucking loyalty? Pfft, don't care. The blast startles 2 of Cordell's dogs, who go jolting across the ice and out of sight. Whatever. Hang on, we fired guns literally the other week and the dogs weren't bothered. Just saying. Still, the sudden noise grabs the men's attention and puts a stop to the fighting quick. The scientist is quickly removed of his weapon by Templeton. I mean, I'll take that. Oh yeah, we let him keep his gun. That's why that happened. And we got an achievement for letting him keep his weapon, so, you know. The crew looks uneasily at the man. After the exchange, both men look to each other wearily, their aggressions taken out, the two of them left only with the glow of shame from their actions. I'm not too mad at all these statuses, because as long as I've got some that I can send out hunting, we're okay-ish, I think, but we will need to get those sorted out quickly. That certainly could have gone better. Despite his jovial comment, Kurt is unable to bring a laugh to anyone, including himself. Both of you should be ashamed. You're supposed to be professionals. The two men let out weary sighs, almost in unison. This is a waste of everyone's time. You walk away, making your way to your tent, the two men left to wallow in their shame. As you walk away, you are stopped by Templeton. Captain, I must apologise for the insubordination of Mr. Zack. We should not have left him keep that weapon. Typo. It's a liability. We're lucky no one was hurt. He just set an example for the rest of the crew. I see. I can respect that view, Captain, but your loyalty dropped. Fuck off. We best hope that the crew instead follow your example. As you walk away, you are stopped by Grimly. Next time, do it yourself. There won't be a next time. If you say so. Next time it goes to happen, I'll just shoot Grimly. I'd much prefer to. Use a couple of you for the fuel, because I need all the food. Oh, I need to wait for that to frickin' bugger off. Can you please heal? No. You didn't get rid of the freeze on the engineer who was working on the frickin' heat. How does that work? With the frickin' UI glitches, come on. Jesus, that does not get us that much food. We could throw fish in, but that causes malnutrition, and we've already got a lot of statuses coming up to deal with. Right, so we need one person that I can get rid of demoralization on. You've got two things. Fuck's sake with the UI, come on. Let's do those two. And then we instantly get them back. And we'll go to the sign. For fuck's sake, piss off with your stupid ass fucking UI. We'll get you to do me another load of insta-heal. Ready for the next week. Unfortunately, those 4 people are just going to have to deal with their statuses. Wait, what's the darker purple? Demoralized? Demoralized. Wait, why is one... Wait, they're the two that I just put in the... Wait. Were you not supposed to be instantly returned to me? Wait, no, why are you not? That's the one that's speaking to reporter lady. Why is this frozen one not available to me? Oh, I used you on the heater. Okay. Right, so we don't send out the demoralized people. Captain, it would appear that little stunt earlier scared off 2 of my dogs. I would hope you will have someone assigned to bringing them back. Yeah, sure. Actually, can I send out anybody else? Has to be 3 people. Don't really want to send anyone out that's demoralized. Thank you. Leaving an erratic scientist with a firearm certainly feels like an oversight. Oh, shut up. Oh, this knobhead. Any spare timber? No. Crew want me to carve up some totems. Aye, for good fortune on the ice. Why do I feel like if we had someone we gave it him, he'd fix his fucking accordion? Some feel uneasy after what happened. Can't believe that landlubber had a gun on him. We're out. If you happen to find any on the ice, you're welcome to use it. Deal with it. I don't have any. Okay. Let's send out some hunt parties. Still need 5 research if I can do that one. So we only have 1 hunt spot we can go. Wait, do I have a scout free? I do not, so I can't scout a new area either. Fine. Stupid ass UI. I can't send everyone out because I'm going to have to frickin' heat everyone up again next week when I don't have the frickin' fuel. That's going to have to do. That's going to have to do. That fight was something, wasn't it? 2 jumped-up egos cracking under pressure, I imagine. You've never been in a fight, have you, 2 Johns? No, nobody's ever tried to fight me. Not surprised, you're massive, but you wouldn't hurt a fly. Should have known this would happen. The chief was bound to fly off the handle eventually. Can't say I feel bad for Mr. Darling anyway. Yeah. At camp, you notice Kurt hesitantly approaching Hammond. Ahem, I should apologise for what happened this morning. You should or you want to. We shouldn't give into immaturity. We should be bigger, more mature men. Alright, let's leave it at that. I'm not going to be starting on you again. Right, good. Condolences. For Flick. Couldn't have been easy. Oh, thank you. The 2 share a brief silence. You can be on your way now. Right, of course. The 2 return to their duties and you return to your own. Good lord. Captain, you have a pen, don't you? There's something I need to write. Of course. I'll be giving it a great deal of thought. I'm going to make sure we all make it back home. But if I don't, I want you to pass something on. Should I die, I want the ownership rights of my films divided up among my children. It will set them up for many years. I'm sorry, you didn't have that set up already? And you're bitching that your family have attitude problems regarding you? No, you're the problem. Can you pass that on for me? I mean, the rights to your films, that's the only message you wish to pass on? Anything else would seem hollow. So this is the problem, Kurt. You're just a dumb fuck. You're saying all this shit, but it only takes one person to make that first step for it to get better. It's looking out for them at least. What an asshole. You've been bothering my dogs for some time now. They're having fun. Are you shaken by this morning's events? That? I've covered much worse incidents in the city. Yes, but you could return home after that. Grant my dogs a rest. And grant one yourself as well. Fair. Captain, something occurs to me. I know startlingly little of your life. You've invited me here several times now, and I've given little thought into asking about your own affairs. I like how they keep saying that I've invited them places, like I'm just walking up and saying hi. Just saying. A staggering lack of etiquette, wouldn't you agree? Is there something you wanted to know? No, not particularly. I was merely remarking on my faux pas. I still have no interest in prying. You are Captain Shaw, that's all I need to know. Pff, whatever, love. Was thinking, if I die, the crew's fucked. My work would be wasted if I end up going under. Captain, if I go, you better keep them alive. I'm not keen on dying for nothing. I'll keep everyone alive. That includes you, Hammond. Nice to think that. But you know how tough that task is. Still, I trust you. Better than most on the ice. Who actually is now loyal to me? So loyal to Grimly, Grimly, Junior. Not a single sailor is loyal to me. Grimly, Kurt, dead. Hammond. Motherfuckers. Templeton. However, me, so in theory everyone who's loyal to Hammond is loyal to me. This twat, loyal to Hunt, loyal to me. So anyone who's loyal to Juniors should be loyal to me. Same for Templeton. Same for Kurt. Surprisingly, Cordell does not like me so much. Doctor does. They do. So the only ones that realistically are a problem are Grimly, because he has the favour of fair few people and he hates me. And a little bit Cordell, but she also keeps to herself, so nobody else is loyal to her. Sure. Can you believe the nerve of that Hammond fellow? He's lucky Kurt didn't just wallop him. Kurt could have handled it better. But Hammond is a prick, yes. I didn't want to click on that one. Enough time has passed. Our benefactor may have realised that a disaster has occurred. I've known our benefactor for quite some time. Rest assured they will not be giving up on this expedition. Let us hope not. Our hopes ride on their... whatever the fuck that said. We depend on them. We can trust them to send rescue. Responsibility on our end lies... Yeah, stream won't be much longer. Not only is my throat very dry and sore at the minute, from a lot of talking, my brain is gone. It was already borderline gone, and now it's gone. Responsibility on our end lies on surviving long enough to see it. There we go. Fucking hell. I could... They've only got one person that's not demoralised or worse, though. So, while I have all those dogs, I don't really want to send anyone else out. Wait, actually, I do need to... Oh no, you two are already loyal to me, so I don't really need to talk to you as much. Let's just go on to the next one and see how bad things are.
You can't hide forever!
Please, not too many freezes. It's fine. Frostbite guy can go into the hospital. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with the 4 frozen. Or the 3 frozen and then the frostbite. Wait, I can put 2 in the hospital, can't I? So I can put a demoralise and then the other one can go in the thing. We can get rid of all those statuses. We're fine. Hi, Enclave. How you doing? I mean, I'm not freezing people. We're in the middle of a... It's minus 40 degrees. Like, somebody gets frozen every week regardless. Like, no matter what. Oh, Christ, what now? Why the furnace? Oh, lockdown camp and prepare for winter. I don't want to. I don't want to. Wait, why are you locked? Oh, because of frostbite. Fuck, so I can't get rid of all of the freeze then.
Well, let's be real here. Burned Valentine would definitely loop the hell out of Sadon. Can't burn what you can't catch, am I right? Smirk # burnt oop god.
First off, I ain't looping the hell out of nobody. Second off, why did it read it like that? It said smirk for the emote and then smirk hash burnt loop god. First off, loop god, not a chance. Second off, who calls it a hash? It's a hashtag. Jesus. Right. You need healing immediately. I'd rather heal the freezing person instead of the demoralized. Then we can do that. And then we send the other scientists to you so they're not demoralized next week. Okay, we're not too bad off now. Captain, about what happened last week. Sorry. But you're not telling me whether you still want me to close down immediately for the frickin' winter. Which, considering I have no fucking food, I'd rather we didn't, you know. Actually, I have nothing else I can put in for food. Captain Shaw, this young lad has been practicing under my wing for a few weeks now. Yes, Shaw sent him your way. Good thing too, he's got the makings of a fine scout. It's exhausting, but I like working with the dogs. He's a plucky one, an extra scout is always welcome too. We could be looking for the next Kurt Darling, or looking at the next Kurt Darling. Seems the young warder's taken to his new calling. I had written off the stowaway, but it seems he does have some talent. I haven't touched DBD for a couple of months, watched people play DBD. I'm happy I'm not touching it. Oh yeah, DBD is in one of the worst states it's been in terms of players. Not the state of the game itself, although there's still always going to be issues. It's in one of the worst states it's been because of players for years. It's fucking horrible at the minute, playing DBD. Like, unless you're doing a challenge or aiming for something like you saving up to P100, someone, etc., it's really not worth playing at the minute. Really not worth playing. Never thought I'd see you angry, Mr. Kurt. Well, I suppose we can all fly off the handle every now and then. I'd rather we move past it regardless. I think you could have taken him. That's neither here nor there, Timmy. Timmy? Who the fuck's Timmy? Is that his actual name? Because we just call him Runt. Right. Scout. That's not really the fish I want. I need something bigger. I need something bigger. That's bigger. That'll do. See, it's freaking registered that I've put him on the UI because it's locked, but it's not actually on the UI. Also, what the fuck is a crab-eater seal? Do I want to do that? I don't really want to close down for the winter. Like, I feel like shutting down now is a bit too soon, but maybe before the 5 weeks that what's-his-face wanted. Well, Fallout 4 about where the game freezes. Lots of players having trouble after the update. I mean, there's been a lot of things updating in the last week or so that, or a lot of updates talked about, not necessarily they came out in the last week, talked about where the update itself is causing major problems. Frickin' the Nintendo Switch update that came out this week is causing systems to completely brick, like completely bricking them. I'm pretty sure they said that they've either pushed or they're pushing an update to fix it, but the fact that they've pushed a major update for the system itself and it's causing entire consoles to just completely be unusable is ridiculous. Doctor, good evening. Something on your mind? I was curious. You've been awfully quiet after, well, last week's scrap-up. Your visits have been scarce and you've kept to your own at dinner. Well, I suppose I am still licking my wounds, proverbially speaking. Last week's incident was something of an embarrassment. Well, I just wanted to check in, see if you were okay. I'll be fine, just needed to settle the damn pride of mine. Settle this damn pride of mine. Words. We are definitely finishing soon. My throat is scratchy as a motherfucker. And I am failing to read. And it's like 18 minutes till next ad, so we'll finish before the ads next run. Thank you, son, doctor. Oh, you're welcome, I suppose. Hammond, a question. I told you I'm not getting quoted in your bloody report. Calm down, it's not about you. You've worked with Mr. Templeton before, yes? Regrettably. Do you happen to know his age? It wasn't listed in the records, and estimating based on appearance is difficult. He's younger than he looks, that's all I know. Jesus. You got close to shore quick. I was designated by our benefactor to be the second officer on this expedition. I'm simply doing my duty. Aye, sure. I really don't like Grimley, he's an asshole. Summer's winding down. We hunkering down soon? We still have a few more weeks to spare at this camp. That's what I would have gone with anyway. Hunting season seems to be winding down. It would seem we likely have a handful more weeks before the wildlife begins to clear up. Do you ever share your rations with the dogs? I think we'll do maybe this week and then go for the next week, because I've just sent hunters out. I don't know whether if I hunker down now, whether I still get what I've sent out. I would assume we still do, because I've already sent them out. So maybe we hunker down now? Hi Hannah, how you doing? I'm doing good. Probably not going to be going much longer though, because this game is a lot of reading. My throat is getting a bit scratchy. And brain is just not there today. I'm struggling to read. The amount of lines that I've read completely wrong is absurd. But good otherwise, I hope you're doing well. They do the hunting after all, only right they reap some of the spoils. They have their own rations. I'm sure they prefer my cooking to that broth. You may try them, I won't stop you. I love how the dog handler's like, they've got food, fuck off. And the cook's literally just going, yeah, but I've seen that food. I wouldn't feed it to the dogs, literally. Alright, fuck it, let's lock down. Oh, great. We're locking down whilst not having enough fuel. Wait, no, I do have enough fuel, what do you mean? Oh, because it's so cold. They're still going to be freezing. And we're going to have somebody become malnourished because I don't have enough food. Yep, don't have enough food. Great. Well, we did get the seals that we sent out for, so hopefully that's enough food to sort us out for the next time. Oh, not too many freezes, please. Okay, that's not too bad. Depending on how much we can get from the seals for the heat and food. Hey Shiro, how you doing? Right, 1 week at the third camp. The crew has settled down for the long winter. It will be many months before the canopy is removed and further travel across the ice will be a possibility. The crew will be here for quite some time. The winter is long and cold and carries out in complete darkness. One can lose track of the days. To have braved the the dangers of a shipwreck and the ice. Fuck me, this is loud. I've turned the game down. Although I have just realised that I was desktop audioing on stream instead of game audioing. But still, this is fucking loud. I've turned it down on stream now. It's loud for me still. To have braved the dangers of a shipwreck of the ice... and the ice, of creatures set to kill and maim. The cold and dark are but another challenge that the crew are sure to overcome. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. So what can I even do here? Oh, literally all of it still. What can I get from the seal? Really? They're only worth 6 in either heat or fucking food. I don't have enough to do anything. There is legitimately not enough to do anything. But we are going to leave it there anyway. We are going to leave it there anyway, because I need to... A, stop speaking so much. And I need to get up and have a stretch. And I also need a wee. And ads are due in like 10 minutes anyway, so we may as well just leave it there. Which means we start next time not in a very good place, because I have no fucking stuff to use for food or fuel. Like, literally nothing. I have 3 frozen people, 1 malnourished person. And I assume this is just the normal stuff. I know we have different things. Hold up. What the fuck? Sure. That doesn't help me either. Because anything I do get from that, I don't get to use until the next week. Either way, we're going to have a lot of people malnourished and a lot of people frozen in the following week after this. That's not going to go well. Good, just nursing a painful wisdom tooth. Oh, grim. Grim. I hope you are pilled to the eyeballs to alleviate the pain. What mod I have for Fallout 4 is like... I assume that's Gatling Glazer? One custom weapon, something from Indiana Jones Ark of Covenant. Only those get it. Ark of Covenant? Do I remember that one? Not really. Not really. No, I don't remember that one. Granted, I'm not a big Indiana Jones fan anyway. But yeah, we are going to leave it there because I need to go pee. And those ads are going to run anyway. I'm not going to raid out because I need to pee and run. But I will give you some suggestions as to where you could go from here. Let's have a look who's on. Let's see. Who is on? Ash by Daylight's on doing some DPD. Crumbly Gold is on doing some Claire Obscure, if that's your cup of tea. Kofu's on, doing some Outlast Trials with Jane Dash. So, Kofu 12. Vec is on, doing some Amenti, which is probably where I'll end up after I've done some things. Actually, I'll just throw you over to Vec. I might throw you over to Vec. For anyone that doesn't want to come over to Vec, though, who else is on? Cap J05 is on doing some DBD. Ivy's on, as in Straker's Ivy the artist, doing some Fallout 76. Let me just drop them a lurk while I'm thinking about it. Bateman Returns is on doing some Old Deer. Drinky, SL Drinky is on doing some Repo. Shades of Slays on doing some DBD. Marek_Plays is on doing some Lethal Company. Let's Milk is on doing some DBD. Soph's on, Ghosty Soph doing some DBD. Mia aka Leah, is also on doing some DBD. Lots of places you can go if you don't fancy whatever the heck it is that Vec's playing, because he plays some weird ass games. What is it? Menti. I mean, it looks graphically alright, but it's like it'll be an indie horror game because he plays a lot of weird indie horror games. Yeah, we're going to raid over to Vec, and then I'm going to quickly run for a piss. So please, grab your raid messages. First, if you are not sub, second if you are, Animated Flames if you are. And if you're not in the Discord, come and say hi. And speaking of, there are still some keys in the stream key. Also just realised that I've had that channel listed as Stream Key Dump instead of Steam Key Dump the entire time. The Steam Key Dump channel, that I am going to correct to say Steam instead of Stream, has still got some game codes available. So currently it has still got Sid Meier's Railroads, Corridor Z, Prop Night, In Other Waters, 1000 Times Resist, Railroad Tycoon 2 Platinum, Banners of Ruin, and Black Skylands. If any of them grab your fancy, very quickly say so in that channel, because I will be putting a new set of codes in later. So also keep an eye on that channel if you want to see the new games list that gets added that you can claim. Otherwise, we are going to raid over to Vec. So please, grab those raid messages. Have a good rest of your evening, a good weekend if I don't see you on Sunday, which is when I will be on next. Plan being Civilization 7, just a solo faff around game, because I still don't really know what I'm doing on it that much. Should be from 5-ish, depends when I'm awake and available and alive. But otherwise, have a good rest of your week and weekend. If you don't go over to see Vec, if you don't pop over with us, go and say hi to whoever that you pop over to after and tell them I said hello. And have a good rest of your day. Bye.